Let's start with a brief intro about Eid al-Adha, then we will jump into the star of our post, mutton biryani. So, if you ever somehow interacted with a Muslim in your bright life, you might have somewhat of an idea about our Eid celebration. If you haven't had a chance to interact with a Muslim or never made a Muslim friend, then let's begin our friendship from here. Muslims all over the world celebrate two Eids as a part of religious holidays in a year. Eid al-Fitr celebration comes after fasting from dawn to sunset for a month. Then just a few months after Eid al-Fitr, Muslims all around the world celebrate Eid al-Adha. Muslims around the world sacrifice an animal after the performance of the Hajj pilgrimage ends. My family's mutton biryani tradition. Growing up in India, every year my parents sacrificed a goat for our Eid al-Adha celebration. This was the only time of the year when my family would eat the most meat. We would get the goats slaughtered by a local butcher on the day of Eid al-Adha. My mother would spend most of her morning and afternoon making meat packages for our friends and neighbors. I was always assigned meat distributor duty for our neighborhood, LOL. Every year, as much as I was excited to go door to door to share the meat packages with our friends and neighbors, I was more looking forward to my Ammy's mutton biryani and mutton korma, mutton curry. Without fail, no matter how tired Ammy got, she would prepare mutton biryani and mutton korma with Indian flatbread, roti, for the entire family. And our neighbors would join in as well for the Eid feast. What is biryani? Biryani is basically a magical combination of some generously spiced meat and rice. I always keep biryani masala, spice blend, and other fresh ingredients stocked up for any day biryani cravings. Let's talk about the main ingredients of mutton biryani recipe. There is absolutely no substitution for these ingredients. Sorry, but not really. Mutton. Mutton usually refers to goat meat in South Asian countries. Goat meat is easily available at any local halal meat market. I have also seen halal cube goat meat at our local Costco. If you aren't big on having goat meat, you can certainly go for cubed lamb meat or beef. Basmati rice. I highly recommend using aged long-grain basmati rice for biryani. Growing up, I have witnessed my family and relatives hire wedding chefs to prepare biryani for many wonderful family occasions. The chefs always recommended aged long-grain basmati rice for authentic biryani. Aged long-grain rice fluffs up beautifully with each separate grain. Sela basmati rice is great for beginner cooks. Yogurt. I only recommend using creamy Indian yogurt or plain whole milk yogurt for the biryani. It has a perfect creamy consistency with the right amount of water for the meat curry. No Greek yogurt substitute for biryani. Sorry. Fried onions. Fried onions are a crucial part of the biryani recipe. Biryani is not biryani without fried onions. Thinly slice 1 to 2 large yellow onions and fry them in 1/3 to half a cup oil until golden brown. I like to fry onions in large batches and store them for biryani meal prep. I don't recommend using store-bought coated fried onions. There are a handful of brands on Amazon for non-coated fried onions for South Asian cooking. Mutton biryani cooking instructions. I like to cook mutton or lamb for biryani in a pressure cooker or an Instant Pot. For pressure cooker, cook meat on medium-high heat for 2 whistles, then reduce the heat to low and cook for 25 minutes. Instant Pot cooking. Pressure cook meat on high pressure setting for 25 minutes. Release the steam. Regular pot or Dutch oven. Goat or lamb meat can take up to an hour. For tender meat in a regular thick bottom pot or Dutch oven, cook at low-medium heat for 50 minutes to an hour. Check the water consistency in between cooking time and do not remove lid consistently. Frying the potato halves. Wash and peel the potatoes. Cut them into halves or whatever size you prefer. Dry them completely with a paper towel and fry them until golden and crispy. For quicker frying, you may boil the potatoes until halfway cooked, then shallow fry them. I absolutely love potatoes in my biryani. If you would rather not combine 2 carbs, you may skip adding the potatoes. You do you. Box biryani masala tip. I like to use Bombay biryani masala box spices whenever I am out of my homemade biryani masala blend. Check the instruction on the blog on how to use biryani masala. If you're using boxed biryani masala, adjust the quantity according to your spice tolerance. Much boxed biryani masala is too spicy for a non-desi taste palette. Start with 2 tablespoons first, then add a teaspoon at a time, while the curry is cooking. Colorful spices on a plate. For mutton curry, 3 pounds mutton with bones, small cubes. 3 medium Roma tomatoes, finely chopped. A 1/4 cup oil or ghee. 3 tablespoons ginger garlic paste or grated ginger and garlic. 1 package Bombay Biryani masala, 2 tablespoons for less spicy, or homemade Bombay Biryani masala. 2/3 cup plain yogurt, preferably Indian yogurt. 1/2 cup fried onion. See the blog for frying instruction, or packaged non-coated fried onion. A 1/4 cup chopped cilantro. A 1/4 cup chopped fresh mint. 6 to 8 fried potato halves, optional. 1/2 teaspoon garam masala, optional. For rice, 2 cups basmati rice, preferably aged basmati, soaked in water for 15 minutes. 8 to 10 cups water. 1 small lemon juice. 1/4 teaspoon caraway seeds, black cumin seeds, optional. 1 cinnamon stick. 2 to 3 green cardamom pods, optional. 2 cloves, optional. 1 green chili, optional. 1/8 teaspoon food coloring, optional. 8 to 10 threads saffron, soaked in a 1/4 cup warm water.